Hey guys, I hope you're still enjoying the Japan Prefecture series. Today I'm gonna make the video about Kagawa Prefecture, which is the first prefecture in on Shikoku Island. We've seen Hokkaido, we've seen most of Honshu, but now we travel this bridge here, or well, technically it's not. Wait, isn't there? Is it a bridge? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think. Let's check. Yeah, it is. Was for a second considering that it could just be a railway, but yeah, I previously checked that. So yeah. So that should be interesting. So Kagawa is the smallest prefecture. But they have a surprisingly large amount of islands for being the smallest prefecture. They have one of the bigger islands in Japan, even here with Shodoshima, if we don't consider the main islands, of course. And they have most of this area here is like this one not, and this one not, it seems. But most of the other islands, even those right outside, right off the coast of Okayama Prefecture, is Kagawa Prefecture, so very interesting. So they snatched a lot of those islands in some time in the past. Yeah, so let's start with for some reason I forgot to open this. So the kanji is are those two, Gawa, Kagawa. This is Gawa, the river, which often is either Gawa or Kawa. Yeah, so this is Ka, which means so a good smelling river. That's quite charming, quite a charming name. I would translate this. So then we have the flag, which is green one, and it's not just green, it's actually olive green. And this is actually because the prefecture is famous for its olives and olive related products that have been recognized as Kagawa foods and have been internationally awarded for its quality. So not sure if I ever seen olive trees in Japan. I guess most areas don't have that, but this area is quite famous for it even. Maybe not in Europe because we are so close to other great olive oil producers like Spain, Italy and Greece, but yeah, I sure would love to try some Japanese olive oil. Yeah, so this is a stylized version of the katakana of Ka on a green field. Yeah, and green is the color for that, as said. And oh, I forgot to say the population. Even though Kagawa is the smallest prefecture, sorry if I speak a little bit weird today, maybe, because I barely have, I haven't slept a lot, so my English might be really funny today. So even though it's 47th in area, it's 40th in population. So, and that I guess is because percentage-wise, it has quite a lot amount of flat areas and not that much mountains. So yeah, that just makes it a little bit, makes it have more population than it would have with more mountains. That's for sure. So the area code, we're gonna go over to the Shikoku area. You can easily remember Shikoku as the high 8 numbers. After Western Japan, Chugoku has the lower 8 numbers. So we start with 8-7 in Kagawa, and after that we're gonna continue. And it's actually the same way that we process in the videos, that the number rises. So yeah, maybe if you can remember which way I went, then you can remember the area code. So 8-7 for Kagawa. What else is there? Yeah, there's a few towns. Takamatsu, Marugame, Kanonji, Sanuki. Sanuki is actually famous for its udon noodles. And in general, Kagawa is, I think I once heard that they are the wheat capital of Japan. So quite a bit of wheat is grown here, and of course that makes for perfect noodles. So that's famous here, as well as Honetsukidori, which is a seasoned chicken thigh cooked on the bone, which I never tried, but it sounds very interesting. So yeah. Shinkansen, of course, because it's Shikoku. Shikoku as a whole does not have a Shinkansen, and so does Kagawa Prefecture. Yeah, I guess Shikoku. There would be a possibility, in my opinion, to do a line from maybe here to here to here, because all those bigger towns, except Kochi, are on this northern coast of Shikoku. But I guess it's still not enough population to make it economically sustainable. So yeah, at least Shikoku has bridges to access Honshu, whereas Hokkaido doesn't have that. They only have the Shinkansen, but you cannot go by car. I mean, you can if you take the ferry, but that's pretty lame, right? In my opinion, at least. So yeah, topography. Yeah, in the south are the mountains. In the north and in the central part, it's more flat. But it depends a lot on the area. And of course, we have a lot of islands, which maybe we get dropped on an island. I put many pins there if I remember correctly, so I hope it's gonna happen at least once. Another interesting fact is, for a brief moment of 12 years, from 1876 on, Kagawa was actually made part of Ehime Prefecture. So there is probably still a little bit of a rivalry because of that, maybe. Who knows? At least I would think, or I want to think that. And yeah, but then it split off, but I didn't really find what it was all about. And yeah, there are actually over 700 udon restaurants in this prefecture alone. And udon is not ramen. Ramen is the most famous noodle in Japan, which is made of wheat. But udon is, I think, wait, let me think. Is udon the one that's made with buckwheat, or is that, I always forget about that, weirdly. No, that, what is the other one for? Yeah, anyway, there's another famous noodle in Japan besides udon and ramen, and one of those is not made with wheat, but actually with buckwheat, which is actually not a wheat. So it's actually more like a plant, but it kind of tastes similar, but yeah, it's quite interesting. But yeah, famous for udon here. So yeah, that's enough talk. I think I covered everything. Yeah, so let's get started. Actually, 7 people played this map, which is really surprising because a lot of the maps have 0 plays, and apparently some people like this prefecture, and because it's not really the most populated, I'm surprised that this is even getting plays. But maybe I just posted it on a very good moment, or who knows. So let's get started. Alright, we are in some kind of town, the mountain south, of course. It feels rather populated. Let's see, we can go north in this prefecture all the time, basically. Maybe we hit the coast. We have mountains though also in those over here in the north. So I just go north, whatever. At least when I can. So is there gonna be some specific way to recognize this prefecture? I think it's gonna have a somewhat warm feel overall, but it's the one prefecture in Shikoku that I would maybe describe as not to be typically Shikoku, because a typical Shikoku location for me is in the mountains, and the mountains are quite steep. Not as steep as in central Japan, but it's like the second steepest area, I think. So yeah, those are pretty impressive, and here it doesn't feel like that. Wow, that hill looks pretty cool. Maybe that was that hill. I saw that on the map, but we don't see it on this map. Probably I don't know. So let's see. Oh, is my voice recording? Yeah, just want to make sure, because I don't want to do this all over again. Hikami. Yeah, that doesn't help. We need more information. Higashi Kagawa-shi. So shi means town. Higashi means west. No, east. Kagawa means Kagawa, obviously. So is Kagawa-shi. Oh, that's actually a town name, Higashi Kagawa. Even though there's no Nishi Kagawa or Minami Kagawa, there's only Higashi Kagawa, it seems. So now the question is, we are on the 10, or at least somewhat close by, but I drove from the start, so I don't know. Maybe I can find the traffic light that said Hikami, I think. I don't remember all the kanji, but I remember the one of them. Yeah, I don't really know. We don't seem to be that far outside. Oh, really? Ah, that's why. Wait, 10 goes over here or not? No, it doesn't. So I just reached 10, but I wasn't really starting there. So wow, I started actually quite close to the mountains. They seemed close, but not that close. In Kami Takaoka. There's Hikami. Hikami, probably. Yeah. So yeah, the southern side of those valley. Okay, this is more like a classic. Even though mountains are not that extreme high, but it feels kind of... It feels very green, like too green for central Japan. But the mountains are high, and I think that's one of the possibilities to recognize. There's the Yoshida Dam. Recognize Shikoku as a whole. If it feels quite high mountainous, almost a little bit too steep, but the climate seems too warm, then it's often down here. And also, we are now at the northern side of Shikoku, but the southern side gets much more rain. So that also adds to the greenness. We rarely see rocks sticking out like that, I think, so maybe that's a thing in this region as well. I don't know. I think we don't see that often. I'm going south. Actually, I would prefer to go north, but I mean, we're in the mountains, so we're not gonna reach the coast, except... What is this? That is the coast. The question is, could we be on an island? It's not impossible, even though this feels more mainland, but I'm not sure. So we're looking east, and there's two small ones there. Two small ones. East. Oh, no, wait. Well, this could actually be, maybe, or maybe, no, this one does not really have a good road. We're looking southeast here. Yeah, it's possible that it's this one, but I'm not certain. But it's very pretty. And now that we're on the coast, it looks very much like the Seto Inland Sea area. Maybe we can see here, we're Sakate Port. Probably not there, not here then. Because the 436 is here. Which is where? Oh, it's actually Shodoshima. Where are the two islands? Where's 246? What? Where's... That's here. So we are now here. And the two islands was this one? What? Really? What? I don't know which were the two. Huh? That seems weird. But maybe the water was high or something. So we were actually on the coast, even though it didn't seem that way at first. On the biggest island of the prefecture. Alright, what do we have? Do we have something here? Yeah, but not really. So going east, Mitoyo City, Takase Hot Spring. Yeah, let's go there. Why not? City always sounds good, even though I don't... I think Japan doesn't use the term city, especially like other places do, maybe. Because in Japan there's several words for town. I mean, there's also in English. And I'm not sure what exactly the difference is between machi, shi. What else is there that's called town? There's more words than that. We're closer to kanonji, which is quite interesting because the words are split up, which is in a way without just space. With here they use this and here they use this, which is rather unusual for Japanese. So the 49 we're looking for. Yeah, it could be quite a bit away from that, so I don't know. There's 48. 219. 2. What? Where is 219? Oh, it's here. So this one? Is it? No? Wait, what? Here? So here. But how did I get there? I went east a little bit. There's Mitoyo, so maybe somewhere here? Could be, I don't care. Yeah, almost. Yeah, there was a traffic light with... It didn't have a name? Okay. It just... Yeah. So, pretty happy about the seat so far. Oh, this feels like an island. I don't know why. If you see Yeah, for example, this kind of whatever this is, it looks like grass or I don't know. If you see something that's unusual in Japan, it often is an island. Because usually you have trees and a little bit always the same species, right? But if you see stuff like this, or it has a very weird feel, it's not even a warm feel. Like in Japan, the islands don't have a warm feel usually. Most of them do not really have that. For example, what do we have? What country? Like in the US, you have Hawaii. There the islands have a very warm feel, and in many countries, or like for like La Réunion, it is substantially warmer than the main country. Where am I going? But in Japan, I feel like that's not really the case. Oftentimes, islands are not even that pretty. Like, I mean, it depends a lot on which one, but sometimes I think like they are not findable oftentimes. It's the hardest locations to find. In Japan, the islands, because you often don't have a state road if they're really small, and then it's pretty annoying. And then sometimes they show you a map and you need to check on all the islands. Okay, we're in the Seto Inland Sea somewhere again. And the sea is 2 hours south. Oh, okay. That is interesting. That means we're probably on an island, but hey, look at that. There's the bridge, it seems. Wow, what a view. So if the bridge is... Are we on the island that is on the bridge? I don't know. It's weird. Which one could it be? It could also be here. But I'm not sure. It's hard to tell from here whether we are on this island. It's hard to tell. I'm gonna stay here because it looks a little bit far away. Yeah, we are actually on this island this time, which is Honshima. Alright, that's cool. That was a nice view to get of the bridge. Just look at how long that is. Just amazing. Okay, this is more like a classic round we would expect in Japan. Maybe not in Kagawa, but I guess it's possible. Looks like some classic terracing of rice, which is rarely to see in these days. So, yeah, we seem to be... Maybe this time we're not close to the coast, but I don't know. Sanuki Mano Park. So Sanuki is a town, but does that mean we're anywhere close there? And that is actually west. What kind of numbers do we have? 185 and 190? It does not seem to be here. It does not seem to be. Miyai. Where is that? East. Could be very small. Kotohira. Oh, here it says Ayagawa, but I also don't know that, so that's weird. Yeah, I'm gonna stay on this road. Oh yeah, now I can actually ask you guys. Are you interested to see how I learned, or I actually need to relearn it again, the the kanji for all the Japanese prefectures. I actually wanted to do a video about this, but I still haven't done it. I can maybe give some tricks about it, how to learn them, or at least be able to recognize them with the least amount of effort, which is always great. So yeah, let me know if you're interested in that. Maybe actually by the time this video is out, it's actually already out, so make sure to check on that, because yeah, at the point where I record this, I have a few of those prefectures challenges on stock, so I can draw from that during times in the next 2 months where I will have less time. It's just unclear how much less time. So yeah, so once I record it, I will probably not put that video on stock. I will put it out quite immediately. So yeah, but in case I have not done it by the time this video is out, yeah, if you want to see it, make sure to write something in the comments or so. So this was actually, yeah, this was, oh, there's also Sanuki, but this is other Sanuki. So I guess Sanuki is also the name of the region, or like the old name of this region, maybe. Like maybe not Kagawa itself, but in general. So there might be Sanuki in more than one place, but I'm not sure about that. But I mean, the udon noodle are also called Sanuki, which they are probably not just famous in this town. They're probably also in Takamatsu, I think, as far as I know, which is anyway the biggest city here. So that was quite enjoyable. We got 2 islands, and not coastal ones otherwise, but they were really interesting and really pretty rounds. So definitely Kagawa. I could see myself going there if I should ever go back to Japan. Like, it's really pretty, and like if you go to Kobe or so, you can even go over here, over Awachishima. Or if you go to Okayama, you can go over here. So it's actually quite accessible. Where most tourists, especially the foreign ones, do not go to Shikoku, because you only have a certain amount of time usually, and those are usually spent on Honshu, maybe Kyushu, and depending on the season, mainly Hokkaido. So a lot of tourists, and there's no big city here, so a lot of tourists do not go to Shikoku, even though it's super pretty, as we just seen. And I'm sure we're gonna see more pretty locations in Shikoku next time with Tokushima. We will see more mountains, I assume, in the next 3 challenges, because there's just not that many islands, especially on those 2 here. Maybe Ehime is a little bit different, but we will see which islands here do belong to Ehime and which don't. So yeah, I hope you still enjoy this series. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye.